The wrestling industry is unique in the sense that not only does one have to be a talented ring worker, but also has to effectively portray a character and put on a performance each and every time they go out there. Today's WWE has proven that the character, or gimmick, can be just as important as wrestling ability and can make or break a superstar. This video will cover 7 gimmick changes that revitalized wrestlers' careers. Remember the Spirit Squad? Dolph Ziggler sure does. If you weren't aware, Dolph formerly played the role of Nikki, a male cheerleader who competed with his squad of 4 other men. Suffice to say, the gimmick was embarrassing and it was eventually shut down, but when Nikki came back a while later, he became Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler is a 2-time heavyweight champion and 4-time intercontinental champion, something he would likely never have accomplished as Nikki. Batista always had the right look of a wrestler, but he was simply utilized wrong when he was first called up to the main roster. Serving as muscle for Reverend Devon, a horrible gimmick might I add, Deacon Batista carried a collection box, asking for offerings from the crowd. Yes, this allowed the Deacon to get his foot in the door, but things didn't really take off until he evolved into the Animal and joined Triple H's Evolution. Batista quickly gathered support from fans, and despite working as a very good heel, he was embraced as a face as well. Need more proof? The Animal is a 6-time WWE World Champion. Though Bray Wyatt has yet to win his share of championships, you can't deny his change from Husky Harris to his current character was simply amazing. Harris was a country boy with nothing going for him. He worked as part of the Nexus, but neither his in-ring prowess or character work got him any real attention. Fast forward and we finally got Bray Wyatt, leader of the sinister Wyatt family. This dark, mysterious persona has been a hit since it debuted, and Wyatt has gone on to work with some of the biggest names in the WWE. Bray's at the top of his game, and hopefully will get pushed soon. Kane is just awesome. One of the most iconic characters in wrestling, the Big Red Machine has been with the WWE for nearly 20 years, and has had a long, illustrious career. However, before he was the Devil's favorite demon and brother of The Undertaker, Glenn Jacobs played a handful of characters that were simply not good. His career was going nowhere, taking on the roles of the Christmas Creature, who is exactly what it sounds like, and Dr. Isaac Yankem, a sadistic dentist. He even played the role of Fake Diesel before going under the mask of the insidious Kane. Though John Cena maintains he didn't like the gimmick, even he can't deny the Doctor of Thugonomics character made his career. When he made his WWE debut, he was just your everyday wrestler with nothing unique about him, as everything down to his entrance music was just generic. However, shortly after his debut, he would become sort of a thug, changing his style and even rapping promos. This version of Cena was a hit, and he would quickly rise up the ranks and win the United States Championship, the first of his extremely illustrious career. This list simply wouldn't be credible if it didn't feature The Rock. Starting out as Rocky Maivia, the second-generation Samoan wrestler was going nowhere fast in the WWE. He was a big Samoan guy that WWE tried to push to no avail. Sound familiar? Fans were so tired of him being forced down their throats that they even chanted "Die Rocky Die" at one point. WWE finally got the message and helped transform Rocky into The Rock we all know and love. He became a top heel and then proceeded to cement his legacy as one of the greatest WWE superstars in history. Before we get to number 1, here are a few honorable mentions that could also have easily made this list. Shawn Michaels' transformation into the Heartbreak Kid, Hunter Hearst Helmsley to Triple H, Terry Boulder to Hulk Hogan, and Undertaker's change to, well, The Undertaker. Believe it or not, Stone Cold Steve Austin once looked like this. And also like this. Not the badass you were imagining, huh? Both Stunning Steve Austin and the Ringmaster are former gimmicks of his that simply weren't very good. He was a very vanilla superstar until he decided he wanted a colder personality in the mid-90s. He decided on the name Stone Cold Steve Austin, which brought with it a gimmick that debuted at King of the Ring in 1996. The Texas Rattlesnake went from a forgettable, generic superstar to arguably the most memorable and iconic wrestler of all time. And those were 7 gimmick changes that revitalized wrestlers' careers. Did you agree with this list? If not, let me know what you would change in the comments below. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video overall. If you did, consider leaving a like and subscribing. Also, be sure to follow Wrestling Up on Twitter to stay up to date with news and videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.